My name is Silas Demary Jr. I'm a point guard, class of 2023.
Silas, I appreciate you taking your time out, man, and sitting with me, staying in the gym. Day after MLK Day.
Yeah.
So what'd you do yesterday? Because y'all had an off day, man. What'd you do? Did you sit around and watch all 16 games on TV? Did you just relax? How'd your day go?
Man, I relaxed. I was with my parents. Saw a couple friends because I went home for the weekend. Just relax. Took a day off from basketball just to recuperate, relax. Take time away. Just be with my family for real.
So where's home for you? Raleigh?
Raleigh, North Carolina. I recently moved to Wake Forest, but I would call Raleigh home.
Yeah. So what was it like? The basketball seems pretty competitive out there. Tell me about that. How was it growing up playing ball around that way?
Growing up, I played football growing up. I wasn't always a basketball player. Like football was my first love. I was really good. Like it came to me easy. But growing into high school, just seeing like playing two sports, I knew at some point I was gonna have to pick a sport. But growing up, basketball like it's different in Raleigh. We got a couple pros that came through there, PJ Tucker, John Wall. So like basketball, everybody takes it serious. Like if you really love basketball, like you're gonna be around the right people in Raleigh.
Yeah, I know. Like, and then y'all at the John Wall Invitational this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
How was that experience like for y'all? Y'all had a heck of a matchup, and y'all performed pretty well. But how was that experience for you?
That experience was good for me. That was my second time. I want to say my first time was my sophomore year when I attended Millbrook back in Raleigh. We played Farmville Central, we played Montverde when they had Scotty Barnes, Cade Cunningham, Moses Moody, and all of them. But like, just having all those big time matchups and playing in it, like being able to be one of those guys that's on the flyer, like my senior year, growing up in Raleigh, that was like really big for me. I enjoyed that.
Hold on, bro. You can't just say the names you just said and just gloss over. You literally just said three guys there.
In the NBA, yes. Crazy. That whole team. Cade Cunningham, Moses Moody.
Talk about playing against that type of level, because I mean, here you are, you about to go to USC. Mm-hmm. You're going to be around pros all the time. Tell me, what was it like just getting that experience at an early age, and how did that help your game?
Man, getting that experience early, I mean, it just prepared me for playing in those big time matchups on that national stage. Like to get that bump at 15 years old I was. Like it just showed me like how much work I got to do to become one of those top national guys, and I feel like. I played pretty good that game. I didn't score much, but I feel like as a person that's like that hoops, I feel like I did pretty good. So like just seeing that and knowing how far I can go and seeing where those guys went, I mean, it just gave me confidence for myself for real.
And like you said, you didn't score much. I wouldn't say that your game's predicated off scoring.
Nah, it's not.
Though you can do it.
Yeah.
So like when you go up against the guys like that and you getting that bump, but you're not putting up the points. How do you keep in your mind to always stay aggressive, to make sure that at the end of the day you're like, all right, I felt like I had a good game?
Just knowing, like, most of the time I feel like when we play teams, they game plan me in those big time matchups. So I feel like if I can get my teammates going, that'll open up spots for me to be able to score and manipulate the game. So I mean, I just let the game come to me. I don't try to force too much, but I mean, if I got it rolling, that's gonna be a long day for the team. But most of the time, I like to be an all-around type of guy. Dish it off, play defense, but at the time when it's time to take the game over, I'm gonna take the game over.
So when you look at your game, if you could sit down with somebody, pros, college, and have them train you, who would be the guy that you would look to go to?
I really don't know. I mean, I look at a variety of guys. I know we got a Chris Brickley, Chris Johnson out in Cali. I mean, I really wouldn't be able to choose one. I feel like if I could just learn from all those type of different guys, I would just enjoy it because, I like to be around basketball a lot. That's pretty much what my life is. Like I watch it, eat, sleep it all the time. So I mean, I wouldn't just pick one. I would just like to learn from all of them. To be honest. Is there
anybody that you model your game off in the pros, or you feel like you have your own individual game?
I feel like I have my own individual game because I feel like if I can take pieces from different people and create the best me, I can be the best person I can be. So I don't try to.
Who would be those people that you would?
I would say I definitely look at LeBron, definitely look at Ja. I looked at a lot of Westbrook, the way he's so intense into the game. But on the defensive side, I look at Marcus Smart. In high school and college, he was that scorer. But his role in the NBA, he became a defensive guy. So I just look at how he turns people, basically how you play defense, all the little nuances he has. So I just try to study that.
When you look at moving forward in this season, how do you feel like you guys have performed, and what are the things that you look to get better as you go into the latter half of the season?
So the first half of the season, I feel like we had a very good start. I think we came out won 16, 17 in a row. Dropped some close ones. I mean, I feel like they weren't bad losses. I mean, they were adversity losses. I mean, we needed it. So, I mean, but I feel like the first half of the season was really good. We enjoyed each other. We gelled a lot. Now I feel like this second half of the season, you know, we just got to get better at communicating at all times to each other, especially on the defensive side. I feel like once we get good at that, nobody will beat us.
It's funny you say that. I'm gonna play something for you now. It's funny that you say that because I had a conversation with somebody that I'm sure you know, Paul Biancardi. And when we sat down, he had a couple of things to say about you. So I'm gonna pull that up. And just want to get your reaction on what he said about your game. So give me a second.
Demary is a guy who just tries to do everything the right way. I don't classify him as a two guard or a point guard. He has skills of both positions. I look at him right now as he's obviously a top player in the class, a top 125 player if you're looking at rankings. He's just outside our ESPN 100 with an absolute chance to get in. But I'd like to see him, again, consistency with his assist-to-turnover ratio and shooting the ball from the outside are going to be keys for his development. Good size, really good size. Again, looks to make the right play. I look at him as a very good decision maker, and not so much as a guy who's wild with the ball and a risk taker. I think he's got a terrific pull-up game, and I think he gets to the rim and finishes well. So he can score points, or he can facilitate. The balance of creating for others and getting your own is really hard for these kids, because a lot of people tell these kids, oh, you got to be a point guard. Well, if you don't have point guard ability, you better be really good at what you do. And there's a lot of 6'2", 6'3" guys that are two guards, and they're really good at that. So for Demary just to continue to polish up his assist-to-turnover game and his outside three-point shooting. And as a senior, you mentioned class of 2023, I'd like to see him, put his voice over the team by example as a leader. There's nothing better you can do in your senior year than try to lead your team to wins.
You got a little smile on your face there.
Yeah.
Just talk to me about, I know that was a lot to kind of take in, but just talk to me about what he said, and if you want to start with, like you said, the communication.
Yeah.
And he spoke on the same thing that you spoke of.
I mean, the communication part, I feel like I'm one of the leaders on this team. I feel like people don't see the things behind, like I said, in my team. So, like on the court, you might not hear me, but I'm always pointing it out, talking. I'm always in the middle of everything. So I feel like that communication part, I definitely got a lot better, because over the summer, that was one of the things I really wanted to get better at, just putting my voice on the game. And then just about my assist-turnover ratio, yeah, that's true. At times, I get a lot of assists, but at times I can be careless with the ball. I definitely agree with that. But I feel like I've gotten better with it this season, especially. Like, I feel like I took pride in it, and like I try to have not many turnovers, but a lot of assists. So that assist-turnover ratio, I can agree with that. But everything he said, like, I really agree. I appreciate him for doing that. Because a lot of people don't believe I'm a point guard. So I believe I'm a point guard. But, that's just how the doubters are. So.
Why do you think that you feel that they don't believe you're a point guard? Because what is it about your game, or that you think they see in your game that make them say that?
I just feel like sometimes when people come to events and I score a lot of points, I'm off the ball. So, and plus my height, like you say, original point guard is 6'2", 6'3" and below. So I feel like my height, they try to classify me as a combo guard because I can play on and off the ball. But I feel like I'm really a point guard, no matter my height.
Yeah. Definitely. When you talk about your workout, we was talking about how you just put some work in. Just talk to me, you off season, daily. What's your workout regimen like? How many shots you putting up? What time you getting up early? How does that work for you?
So during the season, try not to get up as early so I can get enough sleep during the night. But during the season, I'm usually up about around 10 o'clock. Get breakfast. I work out in the morning, and I'll lift at 12. This is all here. So in the morning, I'll wake up, go to class, eat something, go work out, and go lift. Then we'll have practice. Then at night, I always come here and get up some shots. So usually I'm getting about 800 to 1,000 shots a day just off the fact that I usually like to work out by myself. But if I can get a teammate in here, I just enjoy it as much. Like, just not to be by myself a lot. But during the off season is where I really get after it though. I work out like 3-4 times a day, maybe 5 times out of the week, and recover those other 2 days. So during the summer, you know, I'm lifting twice a day, in the gym 2 times a day, field workouts. I'm doing a little bit of everything. So just be at the top tip shape for the season. So
that's what's up, man. Hey, that's time, and that's what you got to put in, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because like to get to that level, man, like you got to push yourself past that uncomfortability, you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, we don't realize that. Even me, when I was in college or high school, I didn't realize. You think that you get tired and that's enough, but then
you gotta keep going.
You gotta keep going.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that person to tell you or kind of give you that game, always push you, then you're gonna be like, all right, I did enough.
Yeah.
I got her 500 shots.
Yeah, like that person's my dad. Like my dad was a pro, so like he always pushed me, tell me, not that he's trying to down me. Like nothing's never enough. Like you just gotta keep going, gotta keep pushing. So now I pride my parents on that. Like they always want me to be better. Just try to get 1% better every day. So like the way they push me, I really appreciate it. It helped me become the man I'm becoming to this day. So I just applaud them for that.
I appreciate you saying that because I got a daughter too, and I try to stay on her. But it's a balance. You know?
Yeah.
You can't be the drill sergeant at the same time.
But sometimes you gotta build them up.
Yeah, but you can't be too lax. You know, because then that complacency.
Yep.
Will settle in.
That's facts.
Let's talk about you moving here. First, you follow coach. You know, and that was a big step for you because you could have been going off to school.
Yeah, definitely some schools that wanted me to go in 22, but unfinished business. You know, we won a lot of championships last year at Liberty Heights, and we dropped one that I wanted to win for them so bad. So I felt like if I come back and we win it, it's only right. It's only right we come back and win it, finish it off the right way my senior season. Finish off with a state championship because we got the national, but we want to win the state this year too. So I just feel like I come back. We ended on the right note this year for real.
What do you think? Even though it don't matter, what do you think that the outside people have to say about that? What do you think that gives off? Because when I hear it, I think like that's correct. That's a lot of character. Right? You know, you stand for something. It ain't just about making it.
Yep.
You know, you got goals that you feel like you need to accomplish. So talk to me about that.
I know some people was like, go to school. I feel like some schools, if I went, I would have ended up going late. I would have been behind. I just looked at it like, I feel like it would have been just like red shirt, and I wouldn't want to do that. Waste a freshman year out there. If I could just come back here and prep and play with top guys to get ready for college, because, you know, it's always good if you're playing with guys that's, if not just as good as yours, or it's not better. So I feel like coming back here, learning some more, getting my body right, learning that college workout regimen, I feel like it was only right. And then I had a goal to win a state championship because I won one in public. I want to win one in private as well. So I feel like if I have that year to come back and win one in private, I would like to do that.
So just talking about some steps you're getting here on, and Coach said something about when you moved into the house. Just talk to me about the house. What is it like basically coming from when you're home with your parents and now you're on your own basically?
Yeah.
And you're in a house full of guys your age. Someone probably don't shower all the time.
Yeah.
All these different habits that you work on when you get to college. Talk to me about that process and how you were able to kind of grow through that process.
It really helped me on taking on those tough conversations to have with your teammates outside off the court. Like if I see something, you leave something, like I gotta tell you, like you gotta pick that up, or yo bro, go take a shower. Just helping people become better people, like not trying to knock them or anything, but like just helping them grow and be the best person they are. Like I feel like a lot of people gravitate towards me, like in the house, you know, everybody comes chill in my room, play the game, watch movies. So I feel like people gravitate to me and they just like to be around me, and I like that. So I like being around people. I'm a people person, so I just like to give off the best vibe I can.
And I know you had another big caliber guy in the class the next year in Trenton who joined the team. What has he done to kind of help your game? And what have you learned from just playing with him?
Definitely how to keep him confident. You know, he's a guy who's confident wherever he's at time. So, you know, just being able to help him really like stay confident and just keep him consistent with if he's doing the right thing, stay at it, don't go away from it. So I feel like just building up my teammates was really what helped me with him for real. So I feel like being around him, you know, he's been in a lot of rooms that a lot of people haven't been in before. So I pick his brain, just learn things from him as well. So I feel like I've learned a lot from him and he's learned a lot from me.
So going into the latter half of this year, what are some of your personal goals that you want to accomplish? The next steps.
I definitely want to continue to be a leader. You know, but outside shots definitely getting more consistent now. I just want to win it. I just want to finish the season winning. I just want to win all those championships we about to play in. So those are my goals. Like I really have goals towards the team goals. I'm not an individual. Like I've always been a team guy. I like the chemistry. Like I like being around people. So I've never been for myself. I've been for people because I feel like if you're for everybody, your goals and blessings are always. You can't miss a blessing if you're always for everybody. So.
And I definitely appreciate that, man. This is the last question before you go. When you look at your game and everyone that doesn't know Silas Demary Jr., what would be something that you would want to say? So when they ask who's Silas, and why should I watch this kid for years to come? Mm-hmm. What will be your response to that?
So who's Silas? I mean, Silas is a kid that you're going to enjoy to be around, works hard, doesn't take any mess though, will check you at times if you're doing the wrong thing, but great kid off the court, love his personality, love his demeanor, but on the court, he's a dog, man. Don't take no mess. You're going to get after it all 32, 40 minutes. I mean, just a kid you're going to love to have on your team.